بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome to episode 14 of the series, The Authentic Statements of the Companions. In this episode we'll take the statement of Abu Darda, may Allah be pleased with him. Darda says, one day Abu Darda came home, and he seemed upset. He was upset. So she asked him, why are you angry? And he said, by Allah, I don't know anything about from the matters of the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, except that they all pray together. I can't recognize anything within the Ummah of Islam, of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, except that they're praying together, that they're still praying in jama'ah, in congregation. Now this statement of his is interesting. First of all, this was back then during the time of the companions. It was after the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ passed away. It was probably towards the end of Abu Darda's lifetime, after the Khilafah of Abu Bakr and Umar, may Allah be pleased with them both and with all the companions. And again, to show that after the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, after he passed away, and gradually, slowly but surely, the knowledge amongst the Muslims was not as common, was getting less and less common. The practice of the deen was getting less and less common. The right understanding and the proper way to practice the deen, again, you had other people coming up with different ideas and sects and innovations and different ways, new ways to practice the deen, which the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions never practiced. And so that was back during his time. And we see that things are relevant. At his time, and remember this is within the first generation, towards the end of it, and things were starting to change. And all the fitan that happened, and the deviations that started, and the differing that we see, and the disagreements that started after the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ passed away, especially later on during the Khilafah of Uthman and Khilafah of Ali, may Allah be pleased with all the companions. So we see that back then things changed to the point that Abu Darda was upset, and he said, I can't recognize anything of the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ except that they're praying together. Now, if we look today, then we'd wonder what he would say if he was looking at the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ today, and how much things have changed since the time of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. How much of the teachings of Islam are we still actually implementing and practicing with the right understanding, the right way? And surely there always will be, and there are today, and there always will be until the Day of Judgment, from amongst the Muslims who understand the deen properly, who practice it properly, who call to the truth. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people who have fallen into the traps of shaitan and went away from the correct understanding and the proper teachings of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and went away from the way the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions understood and practiced the deen, to new, different ways of practicing Islam, adding new things, changing things, having the wrong understanding of things, the way they've practiced Islam, from fasting and prayer to everything else. So we see the importance again of sticking to the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions, may Allah be pleased with them all, sticking to what they were upon, practicing the deen the way they used to. And then perhaps we may be from amongst those who are truly following their path, and those who are truly practicing the deen the way it should be, the way it was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Barakallahu feekum, jazakumullah khaira, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.